Hi, this is Fran with Stampendous. And if you were familiar with our original WindowRama, you know that it popped out of an A2 envelope and became three-dimensional and stood up to display beautifully. Well, now we've got a new addition to that, our WindowRama Dome Jar Shaker cutting dies. I have to read it. This die does so many things we couldn't think what to name it. But we've got all of the pieces for a gumball machine, a glass dome, and a mason jar, and these framed elements. So when you pull it out, it's different dimensions, but it still fits in that A2 envelope, pops up the same, and you have a beautiful viewing little diorama or WindowRama to enjoy as a special card. So let's walk through some of the pieces. Now in the package, we decided to do the display on the front because when you look at all the pieces on the back, it's really hard to tell what they are. But this inside panel gives you this instruction. Everything is numbered. You've got 16 different pieces and you don't want to lose them. They each have an important part to play. And we've identified what they're used for. And as you watch this video, it'll all make sense. Okay, so let's take an overview here. With the gumball options, you've got all of the little pieces that you can put on with brads. And here we've created a three-dimensional little shaker card. And you've got a lot of different ways that you can use all of the little pieces for the base of the gumball and the piece for the top. And besides making it a WindowRama, of course, you can enjoy it as a flat card. And here we've got another option. And here's another one where we actually made it a window, but it's flat. And all of the images that you're seeing here will come together from another clear set that's the gumball greetings. So next we have the glass dome, and on this oval we have lots of different messages. So look for the Shake It Up clear set, and you can see a wide range of messages that will work for shakers for a lot of different themes. And then the mason jar, again, you can use three-dimensionally or as flat cards, and you can turn it upside down or right side up. You've got lots of possibilities with that. And also the frames can be used simply as a nice new shape. You've got the ovals and you've got the rectangles. And these were also designed with multiple ideas because they're the perfect combination to let you create the layers that you need to do the shaker cards. And this is a really fun shaker here for Halloween. I want to share a couple of tips about the inside structure options to make any of these into shaker cards. So you can use a combination of these two dies, and even the largest of the two fits just inside between the folds on the inside. And I suggest that you tape the two of them together. And if you want to cut a stack out of chipboard, you can create layers that way. You can also use that outside one to cut your acetate layers so that all of those pieces can be sandwiched between layers to build up a thicker perimeter. And if you want to do it out of several layers of paper or chipboard, or if you want to go all out and use some 3D foam sheets like this one from Scrapbook Adhesives, I was able to cut through with these taped together, and before you pull it apart, make sure you've cut all the way through. So I was able to just place it at an angle and run it through and back, and that cut through just fine. And so that now gives you an easy way on the inside to have all the dimensions right. And as you can see, when you go to put all of your layers together, this one was the first one, and you can see if you tape it, then they'll all be consistent. and you want to tape glue between those edges all the way around so that whatever you put inside as the shaker will stay inside and not escape, like my little gumballs here. And if you wanted between the layers, you might put another little barrier of foam so that your shaking elements will not go out of view on that bottom edge. This piece, number 14, is a snowbank, but it's also a cloud. So we've made it just long enough that this width will come across on the back, and you can position it higher up or down as it fits. And it is also, if you want to make a cloud stencil with it, you can do that. And of course, with any of these, if you want to do some shading around the edges, find whatever your best combination to do some sponging or stenciling to get some soft dimension around the edges. I like to store my die cutting sets on the magnetic sheets inside our stufftainers. And these are an easy way to make sure you keep all of your pieces in hand. The lid can be opened and moved out of the way. And I just wanted to explain a couple of things on your paper cutting and your options. So the largest base die of this, you can trim at 5.5, and it will be just right to fit through your die cutting machine, and you get a great yield of 2 on a 5.5 by 11. And if you are working off of your 12 by 12 papers, again, you can cut a 5.5 strip that will allow you to cut both the front and the back. And generally I cut the back by itself, and when I go to cut the front, I decide which window I'm going to use so that the two can be cut at the same time. And often I'll tape them together to line it up as best I can. And a paper that is a heavier weight is very helpful and important, and if it has a double-sided print, all the better. It's fun to find some wood grain prints. Use foil papers for shiny lids, or a little, you can emboss on the foil and add whichever message you like. And besides doing the WindowRamas or flat cards, we've got so many images in the new July catalog that we've designed to fit into the openings of either the dome or the jar or the gumball, and it all works together. And of course, they're all going to work for Halloween themes. We've got shaken skeletons, and again, a whole array of designs that are intended to fit perfectly into those openings. And again, there are so many images we've sized to fit with this particular die set, and this other little turkey even for either of the WindowRamas. So there you have lots of tips and ideas to make the most out of your WindowRama dome jar shaker cutting dies. Have fun!